Good morning, YouTube. I think Facebook is on. Loading slowly. Yeah, good morning, Facebook. How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone's okay. Cool, everything's open and running. So starting to work out how you can do just little small payments for these live classes. I'm going to figure it out today. And figure out if you aren't here on the time that it's done, then how it can work with kind of catch up stuff. So a few things to think about. Also next week, next Friday, I am working. So I'll be out of the house. So if anyone has any, morning Amy, morning Alice. If anyone has any old ones that we've done before, let me know and I can post that one up for you to do. Depends on what we've done beforehand as to which one is most suitable. Like if we've just done legs, you wouldn't do legs again. And I think it will be every alternate Friday that I'm working for a bit. So hopefully I can figure out a way of either putting up a kind of snapshot video of the demos of what I would want you to do for that exercise, for that session, or just put up an old one that we've done from a long time ago that suits what we've been doing for the rest of the week. Morning, Peter. Yeah, so today's one is a balance session. So to start with, we've got some strength work that plays into balance as well. And then we have a purely balance exercise, like the little flamingo or the tree. And then again, it goes back down to a bit more strength work, but it's all to do with balance, which was someone's suggestion. So it was really nice researching different things. Turns out we've actually been doing some anyway. So that's good for what we're looking for today. Right, so we'll get a warm up, pretty normal warm up, just light jogging to start with. You will need a chair at some point, or the side of your sofa, or something like that. Unless you're really, really, really strong, and you can do a single leg squat without a chair and get yourself back up, which is really hard. So start to bring your heels to your bum. Bring the arms in. That's it. Start to bring the knees up. Nice. Nice and light on the toes. Awesome. Take the feet wide. Shallow squats. Knees out, hips back, chest up. Start to get a little deeper. Carry that on. I'm just going to open a window. That's it. A couple more. Nice. Feet together. Underneath the hips. Step it back into that lunge. Drop the knee. Step in. Same again. Feet under hips. Hip width apart when you step back. And just drop down 90-90 on both knees. So a couple more. That's it. Nice. Okay, last one. Hold it here. Put the weight onto the leg you were just working. Slight bend in the knee. Let's raise the back leg and bring the opposite hand down to the working leg. Come back up, nice and slow. Swap it over. So bend in that front leg. Only go shallow to start. One more on either side. So that's just a warm up through the hamstrings. Mine are a bit tight today. Nice. Okie dokie, let me set my timer up. So we're going to start with that deadlift. Timer. Stopwatch, perfect. So we're starting with that deadlift. Where did my bottle go? So start with your right leg. Can someone tell me if the leg that you're seeing, is this like, am I reversed to you or not? I don't know. So this to me is my right leg, which is obviously my right leg, but is it to you? Are you watching it and it's your left leg or not? I don't know. Am I reversed or am I actually the right way around? So slight bend in the right leg. Brace the core, so bring the belly button back to the spine. We tilt from the hips, push the opposite leg back, and just tilt down. You stop where it's comfortable with the hamstring, but try and get a nice long straight line. Opposite hand to the working leg comes down, and then we come back up. And we are going to swap. It's on our left as though you're in person. On our left. I don't know if that's helped, that's confused me. I'm speaking to Alice later anyway, so I'll get her to explain that. Perfect, so we're going to swap legs, bend through the left leg, and then slowly come down. Again, go down as long as your hamstrings allow you. So if you can go down even further than that long straight line. So we're going to alternate between the legs, as if you were facing us in real life. Okay, perfect. So that was, yeah, okay. Ah, cool, that's good. That's how I normally teach. Okay, perfect. So everybody stand up. I'm sure you're standing up, everybody. Anyway, weight is over into the right leg, I think, if I'm facing you. Which maybe means it's your left leg. So weight onto possibly the left leg. So we're coming down nice and slow, so do everything slowly. And then come back up, nice and slow. Swap legs, so it's this switch. Yeah, left leg, cool. So we switch over to the right leg. Left hand comes down. Nice and slow, brace that core. And swap it over. Shift the weight over to the left leg. That shift is going to switch up through the brain and make your core work harder and your feet work harder. Hold it there. So when we're doing that deadlift, when our leg is back, feel a little bit of wobble in the working leg, in the stationary leg. You need to spread your toes out a little bit wider. So let's go. Onto the left leg. So we push it back. Nice and slow. Come on up. Try and keep your hips square the whole time. So we're not tilting up. Very easy to tilt yourself up and over. So we're nice and slow. Come back up. If you're wobbling through the feet, that's good. That means the muscles in your feet are trying to work to keep that leg nice and steady. So keep it going. Keep alternating. Hold it there. So a little bit wobbly, that's where the balance element comes in. To make it harder, you can take out the hand, so you just have both hands on your hips, and you take out the hand, so there's no counterbalance. So let's go. That's it. So we're doing the deadlift, so it's working the glutes, so we can squeeze that working glute. That's it. If you want to, you can not come up as soon as I do, and you can go a little bit further down. So you're raising that back leg a little bit higher, tilting your chest a little bit further forward, raise back up. So we're coming down. Make sure we've got that soft bend through the knee. That will help you keep your balance. This is your last one. Come back up. All right, we've got one more round. So same again. See if you can get a little bit further. The hamstring should be warmed up a little bit more now. So you should be able to get a little bit further down. Even if that is still with the hand. If you need to, you can tap the floor and come back up. So it's progression. So you can tap the floor and then come back up. Your middle option, no tap, nice straight line through the back. And the higher option, harder option, take the hand away and drop down a little further. So we're squeezing that working glute, the raised glute. That's it. Keep it nice and steady. Whoop. One more. Nice, hold it there. So eventually that should become a little bit easier over time. It's focusing on keeping the muscles in your feet working nice and steady to keep all of the weight on that working leg up nice and high. Well, the opposite leg up nice and high and stable through the working leg. All right, so we're moving on to calf raises. So we take our feet out nice and wide, squat down. We've done these before, so we're squatting down, hips are low, and we're just going to raise up and come back down. Raise up and come back down. So again, draw the belly button to the back of the spine. Chest stays up, hips are back. So let's get that set. Make sure the knees are tracking the toes out the way. So 3, 2, 1. Feet wide, and we raise up. Again, this is working balance, because small base of support gets even smaller as you go up. So you're going to be wobbling a little bit on your toes, stability through the legs as you drive up through the knees. Chest stays up. Your option to alternate between each leg. So stronger base of support means you're more balanced. Last one, hold it there. Shuffle yourself up, shake it off. Nice. So we're working through nice wide legs. Squat down. And away we go. So we're working through the calves to strengthen the lower leg. Balance, because we're working on a small base of support. Although it is wide if you're doing both feet. And we're working through the ankles to build strength in those ankles. I'm slipping out a bit. That's it. I think I've worn too many clothes today. Whew. Too long. Nice. Last few seconds. Hold it there. So shuffle it in. So you might start to feel it in the groin a little bit. That's good. So that's the adductors. So we're working through all of the muscle groups in the legs to try and bring one combination together. Keep the balance. So you're going to be working in here to keep the balance to evenly come up at the same time. And if you're working that opposite leg, you can feel the weight shift from the inside of the leg. Ooh. That's it. Now if we do this as well. Nice. Have a little fun with it. If you want to make it harder, actually, You can have your arms up, so you have an additional length to the upper body. 5 seconds. Last one, hold it there. Shuffle it back. One more round to go. Nice. Feet wide. Squat down. Alternate if you want to. Just the toes, just the legs if you want to. Or add in that additional element of arms raised. So if your ankles are starting to feel a little bit tired, go to the alternating option, just to protect them, because you don't tend to work them too much, at least not in isolation. 10 seconds left. Keep it going. Keep it up. Last one. Oh, I can feel that in the middle. Nice. Just shake it off. Have a little walkabout. Okie dokie. So next we're going to need the chair. So this is where we're doing the single leg squat. Have a go at doing them without a chair and see how far down you can get and be able to get back up. I mean, I can barely do it. Definitely does not mean that you guys can't. So, chair behind you, raise up onto one leg, and you can have your leg wherever you want. So you can have the leg either completely straight out, which is harder, or just raised a little bit. It needs to follow the pattern of when you sit. So it raises up, let me just check I'm actually going to sit down, raises up, sit down, and come back up. Sit down, come back up. So you can see I'm using a bit of momentum when I come back up. So sit down, I'm pushing forward through my upper body. Eventually, if you do that long enough, you shouldn't need to do that. And that's the same. Let's have a go. That's the same with doing it. No, can't do that very well without a chair. So eventually, you see these crazy people be able to get all the way down. Maybe you're one of these crazy people that can get all the way down. If you can, take that option to start with. But you need to be balanced, strong through your core, and focused on the right technique to drive yourself up. So, starting position, feet underneath the legs, feet underneath the hips. We just drop down, sit, come back up. So it's a narrow squat. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we drop down, come back up. So my leg is really not very high off the ground. I just drive up. So all the work at the moment, I don't know which leg you started on, but possibly on the right leg. You drive up so you can see my foot isn't touching the floor. You're controlled when you sit down and drive up through the heel. Drive up. Hold it there. So we're going to swap legs now. Should be maybe working on the left leg. So come to standing. Shift the weight. Raise the leg. Check you're actually going to sit down, not fall over. And drive up. So your option is to have your toe just slightly on the floor. And it just helps with that balance a little bit more to drive up. So the weight is still working through this dominant leg. The weight when I drive up is through the back of my heel. Five seconds. So brace that core, activate the core. Last one, stand up. Nice. So, we're working single leg. As soon as you take both legs out, balance kind of goes out the window. It's good to stand up. It's good to work unilaterally anyway. No, bilaterally anyway. To challenge yourself, your brain, the muscle you're working, not to need support. Nice. Whoa. Doesn't matter if you need to tap down, if you do lose your balance. We've only just started doing this one. Support is always okay. To keep technique, good. 5 seconds. Last one, come on up. Whoosh. Hold it there. Shake it out. Walk it out. Grab a quick drink. For some reason, starting sitting down seems harder. So stand up, swap legs. Which leg are we on? Yep, this one. So last round, guys. So, have a think about where your knees are, or knee is, when you stand up. So, same with a squat, that it needs to be facing over the toes, if you can, and you can see how wobbly that knee is. So for me, it's going in and out all over the place, whoop, which is fine, because that's what we're going to be working on if we did this exercise more. So hold it there. So the more you do this exercise, the more stable each individual knee, each individual leg is going to end up being. Eventually, after time, you should be able to stand up pretty stably, as if the foot isn't on the floor and the knee just rises up and down. Nice. Take that away. All right. Hope all that made sense. So, moving on to pure balance. You've obviously got a working leg. So, right leg, this is the working leg. This is where the weight is going to go through. So, locked knee, slight bend. We're going to bring the foot to either the calf, so below the knee, or above the knee, or tucked as high up as you can get it. Depends on what's comfortable, depends on what you want to do. So just slowly get yourself there. Make sure you can see my body's in a straight line. Oop, now I'm thinking about it. My body's in a straight line, so we're not tilted out over here, not pushing in over there. Upper body is in line. I can feel my foot is twitching. You can see the balance is difficult. So let's again, belly button, back of the spine, draw it in. Brace and keep it tight. Chest stays up and we hold it there. So you may already be in that position, so I'll let you stay there. Timer has started now. So gently, either hold it here, absolutely fine. Depends on your balance, depends on your flexibility as well. Or slowly bring it up high. So we're working for 45 seconds. Now you can drop it out if you need to. Shake it off and then come back in. And pop your foot wherever you're working. So, chest is up. Slight bend in the working leg. You've got 5 seconds left. Keep it strong. And hold it there. So gently slide out. Get yourself ready. Shake that one off. So slight bend in that knee. At the calf. or a little bit higher. So set your position. That's it. So we know the position now. Hips are nice and steady, hips are square, belly button to the spine, chest is up. You now have the option to raise your hands above and over your head. Make sure eyesight is in line, so it's neutral. So we're looking straight ahead. Arms are up, 15 seconds left. Again, you can tap out if you need to, and then come back in. Or start high and then go low. Or if low feels too easy, then come up to high. You've got 3 seconds left, 2 and 1. So let's just release it there. So we're back to the first leg. So gently, slight bend, bring it up and bring it in. Arms come up and hold it here. Right, so now let's think. We've got the position of the legs, we've got the position of the arms, core is activated, belly button to the spine. So let's think. Squeeze the glute to be more stable. Activate that quad to keep that leg as firm and as solid as you can. Brace the core to keep the arms upright. I have my hands in there like this, but you can do it however you want. 10 seconds left. If you're wobbling, it's good. It means that you're working on balance. It means that your foot is having to work. 3, 2, 1. Release it there. Gently come down. One more time on the opposite side. Nice. Now, depending on what floor you're doing it on as well. So bring that leg up. Last time. Whoop. Squeeze the glutes. You can also have something to hold on to if you need to start with. Depending on what floor you're working on, depends on how hard it is. So if you have a yoga mat, you can always put a yoga mat out. If you do this at another time, put a yoga mat out, fold it in half, and then stand on it and do this, because then you've got an uneven surface that's going to make it even harder. If you're on a solid floor, try and do it on a carpet. Depends on how thick your underlay is. Nice. A few more seconds. Just hold it here and release. Another option you can do if you want to advance on that, start here, then you can bring your leg out and bring it round, bring it forward, that kind of thing. So if you look on YouTube, there'll be different options to do and patterns to do in a flamingo or tree pose. Okay, so we're coming down now. Last one. Down onto the floor. So we're doing the bridge, which I think most of us have done before. Doing the bridge, but this time we're going to add a little toe raise. Now where the ankles are, toes probably won't be able to raise too much. But set position, so we come down, hands out wide, palms facing up, tuck those feet, and we simply drive up, and that's normal bridge. We've done this. Just one, up onto the toes, back down, and come down. So up, nice and high, up through the toes, down and down. So nice and simple. Make sure the toes are tucked in all the way to the back of the bum. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So drive up, toes, heels, bum. Hips, toes, heels, bum. So again, we're working through balance to try and keep our hips square. So that's the key, that's the focus for this one. Hips are staying square. They're high, up, still square, down and down. Let's squeeze the glutes, drive up, come down and down. 5 seconds left. Last one. Nice. Just hold it there. Bring the knees to the chest if you want to, just to loosen off the lower back. Come back down. Tuck the heels, hands out. Ready, drive through the heels, up onto the toes, down to the heels, down through the hips. Now when we come down in the heels, it's only the heels. Our hips are still high. Up, up, hips stay up, heels come down, hips come down. So up through the hips, up through the toes, only through the toes, down to the heels, down through the hips. Option if you want to, you can come up onto one leg, one foot, up onto the other, and come back down. Again, make sure the hips are staying square, so we're not shifting side to side. It's just straight up, heel, heel, down. Up to you, hold it there, I'm making you work even harder. You got a shorter rest this time. Tuck the heels, 2 more rounds. Let's go, up, up, down, down. Let's make sure we're squeezing the glutes, coming up onto the shoulder blades. Palms are out and facing up. So we're not having our palms down because we tend to use our hands to support. We want to take that support away. Nice. 10 seconds left. Alternate between the two as well. Come up. 1, 2, come down. Last one. And down. Hold it there. Bring the knees to the chest. Have a little roll. 1 more round, guys. Nice. Tuck the heels. Let's go. Drive it up. Alternate if you want to. Drive it down. Up, up, down, down. Just nice and steady through the last 20 seconds. Just over 5 seconds to go, so a couple more reps. Make this your last one. And hold it there. So just stay lying down, grab a drink if you want to. So let's just bring the knees in to the chest. So loosen it off a little, and the really lower back. I've lost my words. The lower back, just make small circles with the knees, just to massage the lower back. There we go. Nice. You can rock back and forth as well. Just do whatever you feel you need to do. All right. Nice. So bring the knees towards the screen or to one side and face the opposite way. So knees are in line with the hips. If you want to, extend that top leg. Again, palms are facing up and shoulder blades are on the floor. Nice. So tuck that leg, tuck the knees up to the chest and bring it over. Back down and head is facing the opposite way to the knees. Extend that top leg. I have obstacles. No. That's it. Just relax. Nice. So bring it up. So we have worked the legs quite a bit today. So let's bring our left leg, hold on above or below the joint, so we're stretching out the hamstrings, toes pointing overhead. Draw the foot towards the head as far as you can. If you shake too much, you've gone too far, so just pull it back a little. So we're really lengthening the muscles that we've just worked. Nice. Just enjoy the recovery. So that left leg, take the left foot onto the right leg. Tuck the hands, one hand through, one hand behind, and bring the thigh to the chest. So stretching out the glutes. Just nice steady breathing. Nice. Gently loosen off. Swap legs. Opposite leg comes up. So working through the hamstrings again. Awesome. Hold above or below the joint. Point the toes overhead. Make sure both hips are on the floor. Awesome. So then raise foot onto the opposite thigh. One hand through the gap, one hand around the back, and pull or draw the knees to the chest. Nice work. All right, gently loosen off. When you're ready, come all the way to standing. So gently come over, up to kneeling, and then come to standing. Nice and slowly at your own pace. So let's move on to working or stretching out the quads. Laces, hold on to the laces, knee to knee, push the hips forward and push the chest up. Nice. Hold on to something if you need to. All right, gently loosen off. Swap legs. Hold on to the opposite laces, knee to knee. Whoop. Knee to knee, hips forward, chest up. You'll notice the difference if you have your hips back and chest down, how it feels through that muscle. So if you try it, push hips forward, pull the shoulder blades back, and you can feel that difference of the stretch. And loosen off. So let's take our feet wide, toes are pointing forward, just shift over to one side. I don't know if that's my inner thigh is sore from a run or from cycling or from this. So who knows, but you guys are going to do it anyway. Shift over. Again, push your hips forward. Shift over again. One more time either side. Okay, last one. Shift it in. Both heels are on the floor. Bend in the front leg. Feet are hip width apart and just pull forward. Feel it through the calf. Nice. So walk yourself around to the other side. Straight leg, back straight leg, front bent knee, heels are on the floor, chest is up. All right, loosen off, come on in, get your water. Make sure to drink plenty. Hope you enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed that one. It was a nice focus today, I think. I'll keep you updated about what's going to happen with payments or next week when I'm working, that kind of thing. Going to have a chat with my partner today, see if we can come up with some ideas, and then we'll speak to Alice later as well. See what comes out of that. But I'll keep you updated. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you guys on Friday. Any requests or anything, any aim or focus for a class, just let me know. And I will see you guys on Friday. Have a lovely couple of days.